Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So, I just wanted to play a couple clips because we were watching that interview, Amber's interview the other night. I think it was like last week or whatever. And when she said that part, how the op-ed wasn't about him. And so I remember that part in court where she clearly says it's about him. So I just wanted to put this side by side of her saying it's not about him in the interview and then saying it's him in the rebuttal. It's actually in the part where Camille is drilling her, like, in the rebuttal, and she just, like, comes out and is like, "That's why I wrote it about him." So, okay, so let's play the 2 parts.
When you told this jury under oath that you had no idea that the paparazzi would be at the courthouse on May 27th, 2016, you didn't expect a TMZ employee to show up to testify that TMZ had been alerted that you would be at the courthouse and knew exactly which side of your face to take a picture of, did you?
I know how many people will come out and say whatever for him. That's his power. That's why I wrote the op-ed. I was speaking to that phenomenon. How many people will come out in support of him and will fall to his power? He is a very powerful man, and people love currying favor with powerful men.
Currying
I know
favor
that
and
firsthand. I've
risking
lived
jail
it.
time for committing perjury?
No. Excuse me? I didn't hear your question.
You didn't hear my question?
Ms. Vasquez, if you do mind, please just repeat the question. I didn't hear you.
Curry favor and commit perjury in this courtroom?
I have seen people do this.
Man?
I have seen people do this time and time again. That's why I wrote the op-ed.
You didn't expect Ben King, the house manager in Australia, to show up from England. He flew from England to testify that Mr. Depp's fingertip was found exactly where he said it would be. Did you?
I have never heard Johnny testify to knowing where his finger was, or really, frankly, making a claim that he knew where it was when it was found. I've never heard Johnny claim that.
You didn't expect Keenan Wyatt.
Johnny has never actually said that.
Ms. Heard.
And
I think the jury
King,
can.
yes.
Ms. Heard, there's no question pending.
I love it.
You didn't expect Keenan Wyatt, Mr. Depp's longtime sound technician, to show up and testify that Mr. Depp is not being fed lines through his earpieces, but instead music, did you?
Not that it matters much, but of course I did. I know how his employees treat him.
So you
I know how
probably-
his team treats him. Of course I expected that.
Okay, so you probably expected Isaac Baruch to come and testify for Mr. Depp, right?
I'm not sure I thought about that.
Yeah. But you didn't expect Mr. Baruch to weep for Mr. Depp after what you've put him through and so many others with your lies.
I
did you?
relate to Isaac because he and I are
There's
the
no
only
further
ones who have
questions, Your
cried
Honor.
on this stand.
Nothing further.
All right. Redirect.
Okay, so now let's play the part in the newest interview where she says it's not about him, the op-ed.
Life had seemingly moved on, and you decide to write an op-ed. Why did you do that?
Because the op-ed wasn't about my relationship with Johnny.
But it alluded to him. It was unmistakable.
You know, what the op-ed was about was, me loaning my voice to a bigger cultural conversation that we were having at the time.
Did you worry? Gosh, I'd love to be a person weighing in on these cultural issues, but that's going to stir this all up again.
I obviously knew it was important for me not to make it about him or to do anything like defame him. I had lawyers, teams of lawyers, review all the drafts of this.
When you wrote this op-ed, it was the height of Me Too. Legions of powerful men being canceled, losing their jobs. Did you want that to happen to Johnny Depp?
Of course not. Of course not. It wasn't about him.
I know how many people will come out and say whatever for him. That's his power. That's why I wrote the op-ed. I was speaking to that phenomenon. How many people will come out in support of him and will fall to his power?
It's almost like she wanted to stop herself. Like she knew as she was saying, that's why I wrote the op-ed, that she screwed up. She kind of like hesitates, like she catches herself in the middle of a sentence.
That's his power. That's why I wrote the op-ed.
Because the op-ed wasn't about my relationship with Johnny. Of course not. It wasn't about him.
That's why I wrote the op-ed.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Because the op-ed wasn't about my relationship with Johnny.
That's his power. That's why I wrote the op-ed. That's why I wrote the op-ed.
Of course not. It wasn't about him.
Really, really, really. to be kind. I'm begging you to be kind.